it's been 7 years since she made her movie debut in the film Poetic Justice. Well, this Friday, Janet Jackson returns to the big screen opposite Eddie Murphy in Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps.
This is advisable is another question entirely.
Oh, my eye!
Are you bleeding? You're not bleeding? Okay, good.
Ah, Professor Klumps.
Oh, Professor Gaines, how are you? I was hoping I might be able to sit in on your lecture.
I'm sure we can accommodate you since you were so quiet coming in.
Well, it's very hard to be quiet when you're lecturing on genomic extractions. I think it's very exciting.
Oh, I agree completely. Something about the way the nucleotides cohere with the target sequence.
Well, I always say if you can't be with the nucleotide that you love, cohere with the one you're with.
All righty then. Janet Jackson, nice to have you here. Welcome back.
Very nice to be here. Thank you.
Did you have a blast making this?
I had a great time.
He is a bit of a character.
It's wonderful. Eddie's absolutely wonderful.
And just for people who don't realize it, he plays like 8 different characters. How do you keep a straight face when he goes from one to the other?
It was pretty tough, actually, on the set every day, because Eddie loves to ad-lib. And with each and every character, every scene that we did, he always had some outrageous ad-libs that were hilarious. Had it on the floor. I was ruining a few takes. A few good takes, actually.
Yeah, you've got to keep a straight face in the background, even if you're not in the scene, because his antics are going on, and you're just trying to stand there and stay up.
Yes, exactly. He's awesome. Awesome, just awesome.
Tell me about your character, Denise Gaines. What in the world does she see in Professor Klump?
She sees his heart. She sees the real him. She's very wholesome, shy, very intelligent, just a patient, really wonderful woman. And she loves him unconditionally.
And the two basically are engaged to be married, right?
Yes.
So they're going to get together. There are some hurdles to get over first, but the one thing we know is that the Klump family is thrilled about this union.
Yes.
Because you show some of the same characteristics that Professor Klump does. Let's take a look at this scene.
Hey.
You watch it now. You reach over here again, you're going to pull back a nose.
Ooh, please, she's fiery. I like that. Tell me, don't touch the chicken. Don't be hitting on people. I don't be getting hit on, Sherman. You know that.
You better eat up, Isaac, or you're going to need your strength. Yeah, later on, me and Isaac going to watch mating season on the Serengeti. Don't take a lot to get Isaac going.
Time out. Good Lord.
Explain how this works, because Eddie plays all these characters, so there are times that you're acting opposite nothing. Is that right?
Tennis ball.
What do you mean a tennis ball?
Well, they put a tennis ball on a C-stand, and that's supposed to be Grandma, say Sherman's sitting here, say Mama's there, and you're doing the scene with Papa that day, so you have to, you know, your reaction shots or whatever to those characters, and it's for special effects purposes.
Did you find that difficult?
It was difficult. The balcony scene where he proposes to me was pretty much, actually the whole scene was done acting to an X on a black flag.
So you must look forward to the scenes where you're actually working with Eddie.
Yeah, I did, yes.
You have some music in this movie. You contribute a song to the soundtrack. How did that come about? Did they ask you?
No, I actually offered. I'm sorry, I'm just staring at are those cops outside? Or?
Those would be cops, and you know what? I think they're staring at you too, so don't worry about it.
I offered. Once I got the part, I wanted to be a part of the soundtrack, so, and I felt kind of tacky in asking if I could be a part of it, and they were very excited that I had asked.
Do you love the acting? As I said, it's been 7 years since you did your first movie.
Yes.
Why so long?
Well, a few reasons. A lot of the scripts I got in were similar to Poetic Justice or the character, or if there was something that I absolutely loved, and I wanted to do something completely different, total departure from that. And if there was something that came my way, there was a scheduling conflict, being on tour, being in the studio, something going on, or in my personal life. So I just kept waiting and knowing that something would come my way. And that's when Nutty came about, and they called me for this. And
Do you have the bug now?
Well, I've always had the bug. I mean, especially since I started when I was 10.
On television?
But, yes, but especially since I did Poetic Justice. That bug never left. It really did. And I was so happy that they called me in to audition for the role.
So message to producers, directors out there, if you've got a good script, bring it your way.
Is that a world of, I guess, yes.
You mentioned something a second ago. You said there are always timing issues, and either you're doing something else or something's happening in your life. Something came out, and I don't want to get too personal on this. Don't worry, but you did just go through a divorce.
Yes.
The thing that amazed me, though, Janet, is you managed to keep a marriage secret for
A very long time.
like 9 years.
Almost, but close to 8.
As such a high-profile person, how did you manage to do that?
You don't tell anyone.
I mean, did good friends know?
A few, just very few. And not everyone in my family knew. Just the ones that can keep a secret.
Because Rene was always referred to as your boyfriend.
Yes, yes.
And all along, for most of the time, you two were married.
Yes.
What was the reason you found that should be so important?
Well, we both decided to do that and to live a normal life, being in the public eye since I was 7. All the negative press, the negative energy that I've seen with other couples once they join, and I that all that negative energy, I think truly, obviously it's not good, but I think it feeds into what's going on between those two people. And such a wonderful thing, a beautiful thing. There should be just positive energy to help make that work. It's bad enough, it's difficult enough trying to make such a thing work, and then on top of that, being in the industry, it's very, very difficult leading those lives.
Well, you fooled us all. So congratulations on that, and I hope things work out for you personally.
Thank you so much.
And with this movie, it's called Nutty Professor 2, The Klumps.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We're back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.